What's going on, Ridgetown? Today we have another home program workout for you. What we're going to do is, as always, we're going to start off with our warm-up. So we have a 2-minute T-spine opener. So again, remember that's where we're going to lay on the ball or an object in our upper back. We're going to take a plate or something that weighs something and then come all the way back, open up that T-spine. And we have 2 rounds of 20 shoulder circles, so 10 one direction, 10 the other. Then we have 10 snow angels, so you're going to be laying on the ground for that. Put your hands all the way up over your head, all the way back down. Then we're going to go into 3 rounds of a general warm-up, which is going to look like this. You have a 100-meter run, so roughly about 3 houses or so down, and then 10 push-ups, okay? Now, this is going to warm you up really good for our Metcon today. Now, our Metcon today is going to be 4-time. What we're going to do is we're going to start our day off with a 300-meter run. So this is going to be roughly about 5 to 7 houses down. Then we have 21 shoulder to overhead. Now remember, shoulder to overhead tells us basically that the object will start off on the shoulders and will come up overhead however you wish. So we can strict press, we can push jerk, we can even split jerk that object up over our head. In this case, it's going to be a barbell. Now suggested weight here is going to be 135 pounds for the men, and it's going to be 95 for the women. So it's going to be a little bit heavier of a shoulder to overhead, but for that first 21 set all the way down, we should be doing this unbroken. So after we get done with a 300-meter run and 21 shoulder to overhead, we're going to rest for 1 minute. After that, we're going to go into another 300-meter run. We're going to follow that up with 18 shoulder to overhead. Rest 1 minute, 300-meter run, and then we're going to go into 15 shoulder to overhead, rest 1 minute, 300-meter run. Then we have 12 shoulder to overhead, resting 1 minute, and then in your final round, you'll have a 300-meter run followed by 9 shoulder to overhead. Now again, remember, choosing the load on this is going to be critical for you because the goal here is to do all the shoulder to overhead unbroken. Now, if you're planning on using a barbell, make sure that you're using a weight that you can cycle and again, go unbroken. Now, for those of you who are using modified equipment, you can use dumbbells here. I would say suggested weight would be 50 pounds for the men, 35 for the women. If you do not have a set, meaning you don't have 2 dumbbells, okay, you can use a single dumbbell. Now, with the single dumbbell, what you're going to do is you're going to half the reps here. So what I mean by that is on the 21 set, you'll take it onto one side, you'll do 11 reps on your right, and then you'll switch sides and you'll do 10. Now, try to remember this, or the side that you left off on, because the next set, on that 18 set, you'll start off on the shoulder that you did the least amount of reps on. And you'll proceed in that fashion. Now, a couple different options that we have here. If you are modified or limited on equipment, you can always get really creative with this and do shoulder to overhead with an object. So again, same kind of principle with the dumbbell. We're going to dip, press that up over our head. Now, if your object is light, what you can do is you can double the reps. So rather than 21 reps, you'll do 42 reps on that first set. That's totally up to you. Now, the other options that we have, if you do not have any equipment whatsoever, or you don't have anything heavy, what you can do is you can sub it completely out to do handstand push-ups. All right, so you'll do the same amount of reps. You'll do 21, 18, 15, 12, and 9 handstand push-ups. If you cannot do handstand push-ups, then what you can do is you can completely sub that out for regular push-ups. Again, if the volume's not enough, you can always double the reps. So you can do 42 push-ups and so on and so forth.